Okay, so today we're still talking about the root chakra, but there's some other information I want to give you. It's super important that you know who you are. You hear us talk about this all the time, right? When you share your story, it really changes your life. It changes other people's lives. But yesterday, I had a huge awakening. I got a gift. You may have seen my video. I got a beautiful gift, a Bible. And this Bible, it feels so good. I'm really into like textures, and it has this beautiful little, I guess it's like embroidered. I'm going to say embroidered. It's just really nice. But anyway, and then the other day, my daughter's like, read Matthew, Mom. So when I got the Bible, I'm like, let me read Matthew. And I just want to read this to you. Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, by whom Jesus was born, who is called the Messiah. So for some reason, when I've read this for the very first time in my life, and don't laugh at me, don't judge me, I saw Mary. And I was like, the husband of Mary, by whom Jesus was born, who was called the Messiah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mary is the name of Jesus's mother. You may not know this, but one of my middle names is Mary. And I was like, oh my gosh, my name represents the mother of Jesus. And I shared this with someone, and I have a really long name, and I really don't share my entire name with anyone because my entire life I've always, I'm not going to say been embarrassed. I'm just like, it's weird, it's crazy because most people have one middle name, and I have three middle names because I was supposed to be an only child, and my first name, I really don't like my first name. So this person actually dissected my name, and after I looked at it, I was like, wow. I felt so strong. I felt so powerful. And it goes back to, God is trying to tell me something. I'm feeling these openings, I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, if you didn't know, my first name is actually Katina, Katina, which means pure. My second name is Mary, the mother of Jesus, which means beloved. And then there's Anne, and there's no E at the end of Anne. I actually had to look at my birth certificate to make sure how to spell it because, again, I don't really use my middle names that much. And Anne means graceful, wild, right? And Louise, that's another name, means renowned warrior. So when we put all that together, pure, beloved, graceful, renowned warrior. And as I'm looking at this, I'm like, whoa. Renowned warrior. When I saw that, I was like, yes, that is definitely me, because I'm always like, pure, beloved, graceful, renowned warrior. So I'm going to walk into my name. I'm going to walk into who I am even more. And this verse was actually in Matthew 1:16. So just wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to take a piece from the book today because every day I'm just tapping into this amazing book that I wrote. If you didn't know, I wrote this book. It's called No More Traumedy, and it shares a little bit about my story. And it also gives some tips and tools to help you get through your pain. And this month is going to mark 8 years that my sonny boy, Jamal Molly Gaines, has been gone. And so I'm just taking this time to just really be with myself, to really strengthen my mind, to tap into who I am, what I believe in, what I want to do, what I truly want to do. And this morning I went for a beautiful walk in nature. I had a nature bath and I could hear the birds, and it's a little nippy outside. That's why I'm not doing this video outside today. I really wanted to be in the ground because when we're talking about the root chakra, where we are this whole week, it's about being grounded in the grass, but it's a little nippy out. So I didn't go outside. So in each chapter, before each chapter, I have a Bible verse. And again, I'm not, at least I thought, I don't know. When I was writing this book, I was going to do quotes. And then I was like, no, I want Bible verses. So before every chapter, I have a Bible verse. And the particular chapter that I'm on is my favorite picture of me and my sonny boy. This isn't the color version. I do have a color version of the book, but I don't have it with me. This book is called Words of Comfort and Strength. And I'm actually going to read this chapter today. It's a very short chapter, but that's okay. And after each chapter, there's a journal prompt so that you can actually write. And this journal prompt says, recall someone's comforting words during a tough time. Explain how those words filled you with strength and resilience. Because in life, you're going to have those tough times. You're going to have those challenging traumas or tragedies, and there's going to be someone there to uplift you. And today I heard a prayer. And when I was listening to this prayer, I was touched so much. I was like, whoa, I was taken back. I was like, okay, come through. I could feel this person just elevating, getting higher to God. And then I was like, I could feel like, come on, you can do this, you can get up there, because, sometimes it's a little challenging for me. So, in the journal prompt for today, I want you to recall some comforting words that someone sent you. And the first one I love in my book is from my girl Marquita. She put, God is getting his soldiers together and he wanted your son. I will remember that for the rest of my life, because that was the first thing that was ever said to me after my son's murder that actually made me feel good. It made me feel okay, because many people will say, I'm sorry, what can I do for you? Like, they'll say all this stuff, but nothing was really landing home and really comforting me. And I remember we were about to cross 1 and 9 in Rawway, where that 7-Eleven is, and that other, the gas stations. I remember exactly when she said it. And I was like, yeah, and it made me feel good. So that's what I wanted to share from this part of the book. And the verse that I have in this chapter is Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uplift you with my righteous right hand. Will these tears ever stop? You know what got me? I will strengthen you and help you, because we can't help ourselves. It's just that one person, just God, and just know that he's got your back, T. He's got your back. He's got your strength. And I'm here, God, and I know you're going to strengthen me, and I will uplift you with my righteous right hand. He's uplifting me right now. He's giving me the strength. He's giving me all those good things. So today, I'm going to recap some of the moves we did with the poses. And if you've been with me all week long, you'll know the poses. We started on the floor. We started on Sunday. And the first one I showed you was Sukhasana. And I always like to say cross one leg in front of the other, the opposite. And we're here. Rolling your shoulders back, palms up. If you feel you need more energy from the universe, palms down. If you feel you need to be grounded because you're all over the place. And then one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach if you don't know or you're good where you are. And nice long spine. We're focusing on our root chakra this week. And when your root chakra is solid, you're feeling secure, you're feeling balanced, you're feeling grounded. We're only talking positive things. So this was the first pose we did. And then on Monday, we went into a child's pose. And with the child's pose, you want your knees out to the side, your feet together. You're going to press your hips back. Let me come back some more. I love a good child's pose. And then bring your arms to the front. And just hold this right here. And you're going to inhale and exhale. That was the second pose. And yesterday we did Malasana squat, where you're here. And you simply just come down, feet are on the outsides of your mat, and chest is up, and you just rock side to side, and you open up your hips. This is great for women to get rid of all that stress and stuff. And then the pose for today, inhale, hands over your head, is going to be Tadasana. So Tadasana, also known as mountain pose, you want to make sure your feet are solid on the floor. And I like to say, just stamp your feet, and that's going to put them right underneath your hips. And you want your feet to be true north. What is true north? Look at your feet, because normally when you put your feet on the floor, they're kind of out some, they're kind of in some. But look at your feet and raise all 10 toes. And I like to rock forward and back when I'm here. And you want a slight bend to your knee. Now from the side, if you see here, you don't want to be like this. You want to pull everything in, belly in, shoulders back, so it's nice and long. I always like to think as if there's a pole going through my body, like from the top of my head straight down. And you want a slight bend in your knee. You don't want your knees completely bent. You don't want them completely, you don't want them locked. You don't want them bent too much. You want a slight bend. So it's like you're ready. And then again, your core here, you want to pull this all in, tuck it under, shoulders up, back, down, around. And your chin, you don't want it down too much. I always think of it like you have an egg there. So if you have an egg under your chin, if you bring it down, you're going to crack the egg. If you bring your head up too much, the egg's going to fall down. So pretend there's an egg there and you're holding it nice and even. And then you want to spark your hands out to the side again. You're rocking forward and back. Roll those shoulders back and you're inhaling. And exhale. And if you recall on Sunday, we talked about that Ujjayi breath with your mouth closed, breathing in your nose, out your nose at the same time. Now I want you to inhale, bring your hands over your head. Exhale, let it go. Again, nice inhale, hands over your head. Exhale out your mouth, nose. And just hold this right here. And this is our pose for today, a mountain pose. Super simple, right? All right, crew. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. And Valhagris. Bye.